Hello, in this discussion we're going to look at the icon simulation, gameplay, and expectations. First, this is on the Darfur genocide. Genocide is one of the areas that I struggle most to teach as I'm simply going to say that I struggle with the topic because of how humans treat each other. This is video number 9 in attempting to get past this slide, and if you want to know why I process or deal with genocide the way I do, I'd really like to have that conversation at any point or through email. So for this simulation, what I need you to do is visualize this. The simulation material does an excellent job introducing key aspects of the Civil War and the genocide as it relates to circa 2007. But I feel that words frequently fail to capture the dynamics within genocide. And so I have provided an introductory video on that. It's by National Geographic, so it's rated for cable, so to speak. But it gives you, I think, a better context and kind of an idea of what we're dealing with. And I hope after you've seen that video and read the introduction material that you treat this simulation with seriousness because of the nature of the issue. Simulations will start on Monday, July 20th. That doesn't mean you actually have to make decisions on Monday, but you will have opportunities to start making decisions on Monday or Tuesday. You have 2 papers associated with this. One is a 15-point paper. So think about that in terms of how little that's worth in the overall span of the class out of 950 points. What I want out of this is to just make sure that you've read your role sheet. So you need to identify 3 most relevant background details for your agency. So there's one that is backgrounds of the conflict. Pull out the details that you think are most important for your agency. Cut and paste the agency's objectives. Just put it in quotes. You're not plagiarizing this. This is what they're telling you it is. And then from the discussion of the other 3 agencies, provide a brief plan of how you may pursue your objectives. Remember, it's due Wednesday, July 22nd. It's 1 to 2 pages, double-spaced, not counting a title page. So you need a title page, 1-inch margins, 12-point font. Everything else is as listed in the syllabus. Title pages don't count. So don't send me something with the header where you list everybody's name and my name and class and a few other details and then send me a paragraph. That would, even at 15 points, that probably would be a 0. So just make sure that you do it effectively. It won't take long. Next, we think about the gameplay. The simulation is a series of real-time negotiations. So it matters when you get an update. Your group needs to process it and respond to it. So the way to think about this is this needs to be checked every day. If you are not checking it every day, then if I have to take action to move the simulation along, your group will be penalized. That will be part of the gameplay deduction. There are dynamic aspects of the simulation. So as you make decisions, each individual organization starts to make decisions, the simulation responds. So I don't know if these kinds of books are still there, but kind of like choose your own adventure books. You'd be reading and then it would say, go around the corner, turn to page 11. If you don't go around the corner, turn to page 15. And it just, something like that. Or the way I think about it in today's context, think of it like in a GRE exam. The GRE adjusts to whether you got the previous question correct or not. If you got it correct, the next one's a little harder. If you got it incorrect, the next one's a little easier. That's what the simulation does. There are also messages that come across that are for all audiences that are just conditioned. They basically start once certain decision nodes have been met. The third assignment is the reflection and analysis paper. The question is listed here and will also obviously be available in the folder with just the slides. But I want these reflections to really address 2 questions. How did the simulation reflect the U.S. decision-making process? So here you're going to have to blend material from across the course to help answer that question, both at the beginning, first exam, second exam. And then second, How do you juxtapose competing U.S. agency interests with the ethical and legal obligations under responsibility to protect? So we can say legal in this context because Bush administration officials use the word genocide. Genocide is codified in international law, and its use and identification means the international community has a responsibility to respond. That's part of, well, not R2P specifically, but that's codified in international law. So I just want you to think about those two things. So it's 3 pages, double spaced, so basically between 1 and 2 pages for each question. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this simulation and looking forward to it. Thanks.